again, everyone. Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Let me just go ahead and straighten out my camera that I've apparently hit. So today, I'm not gonna lie, this live was not planned until earlier this morning, but actually last night. Been back at work full time and just a lot right now. So usually I spend my weekends getting caught up, and I made it all the way to basically Saturday's videos, and I figured that's great last weekend, and I did like Fridays throughout the week this past week, and I thought that's great. Friday night when I get home from work, I'll just do the videos that I need to do, which are 3 of them for Saturday. Not that big of a deal. I can scrap that out. Well, I got home late last night. I am Catholic. It is the Lent season, and I was craving some fish. So there's a local fish fry in my hometown, and me and my husband went and got fish. We picked some up for my mother-in-law. My father-in-law didn't want any, and then we stopped by there. By the time we got home, it was like 7:30. Really just wanted to eat my fish. So, and we watched part of the very last Star Wars that's out. Because, you know, we're on that whole Star Wars marathon kick. So if you guys comment, go ahead and leave them. If you've accepted StreamYard, I'll be able to see it here. I guess I should log on over here, right, to check, but that's fun because I don't have my charging cord. In case somebody didn't, if you don't say give StreamYard acknowledgement and like just agree for them to post your comment, I don't see it apparently. Not sure how that works, but yeah. So I'm just going to do the 3 that I need to do today live, which is Stash Smash Saturday that I do every Saturday with the lovely JQ Crafty. So I will have her video linked down below after the live. I'll get that all linked up, and so you know how that works. Stash Smash Saturday, we use the same collection until we consider it killed. Technically, this kit would be considered killed because I do not have a lot of embellishments left, and I have no 12 by 12 papers, but I do still have a whole bunch of larger scraps and a few embellishments that I would like to use up. So I am going to use this one more time, and then next week it will switch to a new collection, which I have no idea yet. And then, you know, me and Jackie give each other random items at the beginning of each month. And they change every month. So March's list for me is stamps, a doily, buttons, chipboard, acrylic, wood grain, and black cardstock. Oh, Jackie, I pulled out white cardstock. So let's just switch this up. Boop. And the other one I'm doing today is, another one is 30 Days of Sketches, day 5, and here's the sketch, and the prompt with that is a white background. But it just says use black cardstock, so I know what I can do. I can pull out, I think, where's my black cardstock? I'm going to pull out some black cardstock. So this is basically me just going live, and I will mat this entire thing on some black, but I'm going to do some ink blending around that first. I also need, well, I only need to use 5 of them, so is this the first? And this is the first Saturday that you guys are seeing these, because I'm like, I don't remember using these before. So I've got a black cardstock. I think I still have some. Ooh, I do have acrylics. Hold, please. Let's just get a doily out. And I have these fun acrylic pieces from Some Assemblage Required. So I'm going to go ahead and use the black one. So got that. And I do not believe there's chipboard. Buttons. I got a doily. And stamps. So we're just going to see where this takes us, because what do we got going on here? I think I'll change the color of this as well right off the bat. So if you are here with me live, that is awesome. I'll try to catch your comments. I've set my iPad up over here. So I think Maybe we'll color 2 up just in case. You know, I can cut them in half. It can be fun. But yeah, if you want to comment, that's cool. We can talk. Oh, well, that's, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Just hold on. Here we go. I was on the wrong one. So, see if I can monitor what's going on. But I'm going to change the color of those. Well, let me know if it's hard to hear me because I am walking around my craft room as well. So we've got these 2 fun guys. And the third hop that this is for today is, hold on, what, Sam?
I was gonna take the trash.
Not right now. I'm in the middle of a live, like I told you. Okay, thank you, honey. Love you. You can get it in a little bit. Sorry, my son was gonna come take my trash, and that'll make a lot of noise. I did get some new, all kinds of new fun sprays. So this is a very bright, bold color. Before we change those, this is the picture I'm going to do is of me and Sam. Whoever so nicely was like, I'm going to take your trash now. I love him. But is the YouTube, the Paper Crafter YouTube's hop. And today is all about the sequins. And I will have a code down below for Rachel's sequin shop if you guys want to check that out. I, however, did not have time to order some, so I'm pulling in the Melon Ball, which was already actually with my collection. And this is the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Sunkissed collection because it's just a few left. Trying to get those used up, but I did pull in this beautiful pink and this beautiful blue. So we've got Carnation Bouquet, Oceanside Breeze, and then that's the Melon Ball. I don't know if I'm going to get this one used. I might even just throw it to the side already because these 2 are going to kind of be the focal. This layout today kind of has a little torn edge going on there, which is fun. Got some splatters, and we have a variation of, what are those things called? Paper strip. So this is all the embellishments that I have left. Not a lot going on here. Got all that, didn't come with it, but still had it stuck in there. So I'm going to try to use up as much as I can. Here is all the scraps that I have. But I have these big chunky pieces. So I'm probably going to use this to create the floral element anyway, so definitely going to use that. So then the rest of this stuff we're just going to use up for, you know, photo matting per se. But what color do we want to turn the doilies? We have the blue and the pink. I feel like we're going to go green. Now I have several colors of green, but this is bright, fun, and cheerful, so I don't think this one sprays. And this is a hot mess of mine, you guys. Like, I don't even know if it sprays anymore. But I did get a whole bunch of new ones, and I'm super excited about them. That's kind of minty. I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, if you guys are here, it's so nice everybody's joining. This is just how I mix them up because you're not supposed to shake them. I mean, I guess we're not supposed to do a lot of things, but I can't ever get it all mixed up. So I definitely just grab my my very old letter opener and just use it as a mixer-upper tool. So I think we're going to use this. Let's pray that it sprays. Not sure if it will or not. Oh, yeah. So in this, I'm just going to color up my little guys here and let them sit to the side and dry. And that is the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Patina. So we'll use those in splatters as well, right? Let's also run over sometimes I amaze even myself. Okay. I don't want to rip them. I've done that before. I'm like, hey, just want to sop up some of that extra because I did kind of splatter that a lot. Oh, I'm going to need a new, and this is the Dina Wakley Gloss Spray and Lime. It's like my favorite one. So let's just splatter that guy up just for some variation in color. It's not really wanting to splatter today. I've been using this a lot, as you can tell. So just going to keep us, well, I don't even know if that's splattering, to be honest with you. I don't know. It doesn't want to splatter. My whole life is falling apart. So yeah, been super busy, working a ton, going back to work. It is a big transition. But I have been in and out of the office for the better part of 2021 and now 2022, a little bit in 2020, but oh, hello, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning, Fawn. All right, so I'm going to put that to the side and, hope it dries in time, right? We've got splatters going everywhere. So the sequins are going to take care of the Paper Crafters YouTube hop. And this is taking care of the sketch. Now, I need to make sure I cover Jackie's. So much. All right, so I do have a doilies. They're taken care of. I've got the acrylic and the black cardstock. So first of all, I need to trim this guy down. I'm running out of room. All right, so I'm going to take it down a quarter. Well, maybe. Yeah, let's do a quarter of an inch. So I'm going to take it down a half inch on each adjacent side, but I'm actually going to do it a little wonky. And then that will satisfy both of the needs. Okay. And we need to trim this paper down as well. Just get that branding strip off of there, right? We're going to make that, exactly 6 inches. And that will fit in nicely. So I am going to grab that. Where's the sketch? Let's get the sketch out here so everybody can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to be moving around a lot because I didn't have anything ready, you guys. It's just been that kind of week for me. Well, actually 2 weeks. And then last night, it didn't really help. All right, so it looks like in the sketch we've got, looks like a 4x4, so maybe a 3x3. I'm going to go 4x4 because I don't really want to cut a lot of the background out, right? So what is everybody doing today? You guys having fun? I'm going to spend the rest of the day doing, I think I've counted up how many videos I need to do to get me pretty far. Like I want to get a few weeks ahead. So I would like to actually get everything done until the 16th of March, and then I can slowly get myself on a schedule. So I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 videos to do in the next 2 days. So, 12 a day, right? It's easy. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mat it. I know this needs to go away, otherwise I'm going to, what do we have? I'm going to do some, we're a mat with that too. I have no idea at this point. And I think I'll use what I can of this for these little pieces. And I don't know if you guys can see that in the sketch. There's like little torn out pieces. So we'll use all of my scraps to do that. And if I don't have enough of these little scraps, which it's really going to we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. Goodbye. So I can either use these teals, I can pop the stars through, use some of the gradient, or use this fun brush stroke one. So we'll have to figure that out. My hand is kind of itchy, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and matte the photo quickly on this little scrap piece of cardstock I have here. Kathy, my hand really itches. What does it mean when your right hand itches? Am I about to pay somebody out a lot of money? Kathy is fussy cutting and then going outside before it begins raining. Oh, is it going to rain? Where are you located? Because it looks like a beautiful day today. I'll probably be stuck in my craft room. Maybe I'll open a window and make myself feel like I'm outside. Fawn is going to scrap. Oh, you're going to scrap with your bestie, but you're still in bed. I wish I was still in bed. Although I don't sleep past like 4 a.m. I know, that's weird. My husband always makes fun of me because it was like 7 o'clock last night. And I was like, all right, well, I think I'm going to go to bed. He's like, it's 7 o'clock on a Friday night. And I'm like, I'm old. I have now crossed over, and I'm okay with it. He just laughs. All right. Okay, and then I want to do, we're going to mat it. I think we're going to mat it in this one as well. And I think I want to do like a bigger mat. So, and I used to like never use this little trimmer, but anything but photos, but it comes in handy, just saying. So all I do is I'm going to, let's see, I kind of line up the picture kind of right there somehow. Yeah, maybe. And we're going to leave a bigger border. So it should be straight. Oh, should be. But then this kit's really going to be killed. Oh, hello, Crystal. You went to bed at 8:30. See, now I don't feel so bad, but he made me like feel bad. And I'm like, he's like, you're only 41 years old. I'm like, old enough, man. I've been working like out in the plant. I work at a chemical plant, and I'm an office worker, but I've been out in the plant working and helping and doing some things, and it's exhausting. So it was like 8 o'clock by the time I was like, okay, I can't do it. And he was like, well, we got 15 minutes of this movie done. We watch the movies like they're, episodes 15, 20 minutes every night. He thinks it's kind of comical. I'm going to toss these as well. And then we're going to mat it in black. You live oh, you do, don't you? I always ask you that, Kathy, and I should remember that. I don't want rain. I was hoping you didn't live close to me. I like nice days. Let's see, rain is called for tonight, and then clouds tomorrow, and rain on Sunday evening. Blech. Well, then I guess it's a good weekend to be locked in the scrap room. Right. Good morning, Sherry. Yeah, I just did like a little impromptu live today, guys. Because, yeah, obviously I had 3 videos for today. I combined them all into one and still didn't get them done last night. So, but I had really good fish fry fish. And I don't even like fish. I just like fish fry fish. I don't know. I know I'm weird, but all right, so trim this little guy down. Now when I just need when I wanted a thick border, that's why I brought the trimmer in, because inevitably they won't look right. Not that they look right now. I'm pretty sure that one's a little wonky, but we're going with it at this point. My photo is going to be quite a bit larger than the sketch. But that's okay. But when I just want a thin border, I just use my ginormous scissors. It's because I'm lazy, let's be honest. All right, and then we're going to do some ink blending. to kind of blend up the edges, but I do need to do the tears, don't I? Okay. Yeah, let's cut these guys first. So I'm going to do 6 because that's what this is. And then we're going to do, so it's 6 inches this way. Let's see. What do we want? So guesstimate 12. So if that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's good. All right, so I'm going to do 2 3-inchers. I don't know if they're like gradients. Maybe we'll do it like this. So I don't think I'm going to have enough. So we'll do 3. I mean, of the other paper. And then we'll do 3 1/2 or 3 3/4. And then we'll do 2. And it looks like 1. Come on. And this little guy's going to be 1/2. So, wow. Ooh, I don't have a 1/2 mark. I got to go to my other trimmer. We're going to bring out Old Faithful. I also don't have a 1/2. I mean, I do have a 1/2 mark on the caterpillar, but I can't line it up. How sad is that? Oh, I'm a hot mess. I've done something and I didn't mean to, so I hope I'm still alive. Yeah. My mouse is in the wrong place. So my idea was to mat all these, but I don't think I'm going to have like enough on this little sheet here. Right? I don't think we are. I mean, we might be able to, oh, I bet we can piece that one little guy together. I think we'll do it. I think we can do it. Because I have to be different. How many trimmers do you have? Just 3. And all my scissors. Just 3. I had the old, oh, what's that little guy? The little Fiskars guy. I had him forever. And then I've had this little guy forever. But I got tired of changing the little blades in the Fiskar one, and it's so old that I'm 100% sure that my my little wire wasn't straight anymore, right? And I know you can get it fixed, but I had always really wanted like a real big durable trimmer, so it was like my time to like upgrade. So I upgraded to the Caterpillar. But it's, even though it's the Caterpillar crop, you know, so it's not the big 12 by 12, it's the one with the arm. It's really not easy to move back and forth, so I just leave it set up on the other part of my desk over there. And then if I need something real quick, like I just did, I just use the little Fiskars guy. I know, I got issues. Don't ask me how many pairs of scissors I have, because that's insane. Okay, so let's see. Boop, boop. I'm going to try to cut this. And then we'll cut this guy. And with this little cast off, I'm going to try to border that little one. Send good vibes that it works. I probably should have did this. And then this. I had a cut line in there. That's all right. We're just going to do a very faint border just to pop in some of the yellow. And then all this cast off that's relatively big, we're going to paper piece together the yellow border around the small one. So, yeah, so I am using sequins. And like I said, I will have a code down there for Rachel's sequin shop. I know it's bad that I'm like giving her code, and I'm using Spiegelman Scrap Sequins. But she is the host. She is the creator and owner of the paper crafter YouTuber hop group that we all hop along with once a month, and it's usually the first Saturday of the month, and there's a theme. And she just wanted to add sequins because she loves sequins, so we're all adding sequins. And then she was nice enough to give everyone coupon codes, so it'll be just one coupon down below, and they'll be on everybody's video, where you can head on over to her shop and get some sequins. So that's kind of fun. But I haven't really been purchasing anything but mixed media lately. And let me tell you, I got a haul video coming with the mixed media. I've added a whole arsenal of, I've got more Nuvo drops. I've got more Dina Wakley gloss spray. I have all the colors but two. I thought I had all the colors. And then it just ended up I'm short two. I added some more Brutus Monroe. I added some Delusions. Yeah. But I was like, I've been playing with mixed media so much, and I love mixed media, that I'm like, it made sense. Okay, this is where it gets a little technical. Let's see. I have had the same trimmer that I started with 18 years ago. You, Crystal, are my idol, because I can't, I don't even keep the same scissors. I don't know. The only thing that I've had that hasn't changed is this ATG, and it's because I love this little guy. Well, little, I say little. But yeah, everything switches. I have problems, though, just, all right. Let's get that on there. And then let's get this on here. Is there going to be enough you can do? Oh. I use Close to My Heart cardstock. It's different colors on other sides. Glad I'm not the only one who has multiple trimmers and scissors. So I have my sticky scissors. I have my really, really old, these were my grandma's sewing shears. I have these little guys. 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 I have these guys that the little claspy thing broke, but I still hold on for dear life, which is a pink rubber band. It made sense. I have these guys. I have these guys. I have the fringe scissors. And I have those. And that's just what's handy. I'm sure there's more other places too, right? That's when you know you have a problem. Just when you know you have a problem. And they all have a purpose, I guess. I'm saying that trying to make myself justify all of this, right? I need those. Yeah. But I felt like if you bought one of the Tim Holtz, you had to buy them all. You win the scissor war. I know. And the thing is, in this house, when somebody's looking for scissors, they're like, we need scissors. Don't come in here and get scissors. No. These are special scissors. My husband has a whole bunch of these in different colors because I would use these. They're just from Amazon, and I used to buy them in packs. And then as they would get, because even though they're titanium, they would get gooey and gross, and I would give them to him to be his garage scissors or the kitchen scissors, because I'm like, guys, do not use my scissors. So they don't come in here and take anything. They used to come in here and take pins, and we had to put a stop to that too. I was like, no, that's not, no. My husband's like, we're married. Everything's 50-50. I'm like, no. I can't get everything back now. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because now I'll have to arrange my scissors again. How sad is that? It's very sad, I know. Okay. This is just not gonna want to be. I'm gonna screw up and use the wrong size. All right, so I think we got that. You might be able to tell a little bit. It's fine, but I use the ones that aren't Tim Holtz or Close to My Heart, the white ones basically, to cut all the sticky stuff, cut through the foam, cut all that stuff so that, you know, they were cheap, and then they can, when they're done, I just make them garage scissors, and I'll get a new pair of sticky scissors. So I'm just lightly cutting that. And then we got to add just a little bit more adhesive back here so that we can get another one of these little pieces on. Again, use the right side. Oh, that is not wanting to be my friend today. That one's going to have a cluster over it, because you're definitely going to be able to see where it's pieced together, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I know that's weird. Okay, get all the scraps out of the way. Should have been a relatively easy task, huh? But it wasn't. Leave it to me to take relatively easy tasks. And now I have to wait for my son to come back out again before he ever decides that he's going to come try to change my trash again. Poor little guy. And I had to move everything around in my room because the mixed media cart, I could no longer hold my mixed media tools on there because both of them are now full. So I'm just going to go ahead because I just kind of want to blend this a little bit, that this was kind of silly because I'm going to tear it. I know. You guys are probably like, weren't you going to tear it? Like, yep. I'm just going to get a little bit of ink. Oh. This very, very cheap white paper, by the way. This is the stuff that is actually, that comes in the photo page protectors when you buy an album. I save it and use it. I know. I just can't, I don't want to use it, and I can't stand to, like, throw it away because, you know, it's like real thin, but man, you can't have that in your albums. Like, that's going to take up some space. Does anybody else do that, or am I the weird one on this? I will understand if I'm the weird one. It's totally fine. I'm used to being the weird one. So I am just kind of just inking the edges just a little bit because this paper, my mom owns a flea market and she frequently buys estates, and when they have like scrapbooking supplies or albums, she just gives them to me, you know. That's a horrible ink blending going on here, just so everyone knows. So I don't know if the lady that, I don't know, but that it's really old, so the edges are kind of browning. I know. So I always just ink blend it when I use that. And just going to get this a little bit more, because I can't do anything that's like clean. I got to have a mess. All right. We'll come back and maybe we'll fix that later. All right. So I want, so it's going to be on here, and I need to, I don't even know if I like that now that I've done that weird ink blending. What's it look like on this side? I think we're just going to go that route. I did all that ink blending for nothing. Who's like thinking I'm crazy now? All right. Me, definitely. I think I'm crazy too. All right. So we want to rip something up here. And we're going to rip one over here. And then there's one down here. All right. So now we got to decide. Whoa. Okay, so these guys are going to be like, do you have the time? Excuse me. Kind of like so, running along the page here. Ran out of room, didn't I? Not going to quite have those big gaps. But that's okay. It's kind of rough. What do we want to use for these? do we think all of that? I think that's a little bit too pastel. Or do we want to do like the gradient looking thing? What do you guys think? Do you think the teal, the gradients, or the pastel paper? I don't know. I don't know if anybody's really able to comment. I saved mine too. Save it, but my 3-year-old grandson uses it for his creative time. I threw away all my scraps and thought of Rebecca. Teal, that's what I thought too, Crystal, but sometimes... Oh, radiant paper. But I went with the first one. And I have 3 scraps of that. We're going with it. I usually just go with the first comment. It's easier. Because then I'll be all... At least when you throw away scraps, you think of me. I mean, I save them for the most part for a while. Right? Like, okay, we have to make sure because they have lines on them. So we have to make sure that we get the... You know what I'm trying to say. The pattern going the same way. Like when I keep things kitted together, but this is at the end of the kit. I'm not going to, after today, this kit's going to no longer be a part of my crafty family. It has to go away. So, well, that just seems wasteful, doesn't it, to use that whole thing? I don't know why it would be wasteful, because I'm going to throw it away anyway. But yeah, I keep them together and use them, but once the kit's done, I literally have to move on with my life. Otherwise, they won't get used. Like, I know me. I have scraps that I save throughout the year just so that I can throw them away at the beginning of the year. But now that we do baby got scraps at the beginning of the year, that's where I use them up. Like, the bigger pieces I will hold on to, but these little guys, they got to go away. Okay. And we'll get this little guy on here as well. And we're almost done. I say that like it really was going to happen. All right, we're going to put this down. And I got to line it up because I got to hold it. Because I only ever do one side. Kind of eyeball it too much over there. So we're just going to... Oh, I got a little ink there. It'll be fine. No one will ever know. Don't tell anybody. See, yeah, year scraps were years old. It's of papers that I'm not ever going to use again. Like, why? Why would I use that? I have this cute little bar right there that holds the top of my glass desk up because I have a little shelf right there. And it's like perfect to hold the paper. Except when I do something silly like that and I attach product to it. All right. Then flip this little guy over. And I have to seal off the back. I have like weird things with this. I really don't want rain today. Now I'm all upset. It'll be okay, I guess. But I got, what I say, 23 layouts to do this weekend to get me a week and a half out. My husband actually was like, you might need, maybe just, don't do so much. I'm like, I'd rather quit my job. He didn't find that as funny as I did. And I don't understand why. He can work. He can get a second job, right? I think we should take a vote. Who thinks my husband should get a second job so that I don't have to work my job? It's the dream. It's the dream that I have. Well, actually, not that he would have to get a second job. Yeah, I know, but I still don't want it tonight. I'm weird like that. just don't like rain. All right, we got to put the little snail guy back on. All right. There we go. There's that. Now, maybe we should splatter first before we get some craziness going on. This is what I used for, what did I do? I sprayed the doilies. Don't let me forget the doilies. I'm going to forget the doilies. My splatters don't ever do what I want. I just wanted a little controlled splatter. Did anybody else see that that was not controlled? Oh, it's okay. So that's the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Mint. Stay-at-home scrap art, right? I think I've earned it. We've all earned it. You can get a little bit of the mint, or not mint, the lime on there, which I'm running desperately low on. And I bought all of, like I said, I just bought like 40 bottles of this stuff, and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me to like refill what I needed, but they had a big sale. And I used my own affiliate link. Hello. Go Ranger. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't have the corona. That's actually what they say to me. That's what they say at work now. Whenever somebody coughs, they're like, corona. I'm like, nobody has coronavirus. Stop it. But I work out in the plant right now with all men, so it's different. It's very different. You have to have a different mental capacity to work with men all the time, because they're really funny and they do really funny things, and I'm just different too. So, like, you know, just funny stuff. They crack me up, though. All right. Let's try. Let's see how these guys are doing. Whoop. If I don't put them up here, I'm not going to remember to use them. I'm coming to Texas. I'll bring all my scrapbook and stuff. Fine. Can I hang out with you for a while? I'm going to need to get a tractor trailer. Good thing my husband's a truck driver. Right? CDL will come in handy. Okay. So, now, where's Jackie's list? Here's the thing. If we don't put Jackie's list front and center, bad things are going to happen. All right. I feel like we just need to, you know, this guy probably should have been smaller, but it's totally fine. And we need this guy up here, and then this guy, and then this guy. This guy should have been way smaller, but that's all right. We're going to make him work. Kind of, you know, roughly line it up, because it's not going to be even because of the way that I trimmed everything up, right? See, I'll come to Texas. I'll be in South Carolina, not that that's any close, in 3 months. So that's actually pretty fun for me. My father-in-law keeps sending me. I'm like, just, you know what? When you get into the condo, send me a picture. Then I'll know, because they keep changing the condo up. I don't know. Oh, Houston. So I know I was saying at a different, you know, time that they were going to do a Colorado trip. My in-laws were doing Colorado, but now that's going to be next year's or this fall. I don't really know. And because my father-in-law really wants to whitewater raft, and I was like, score, I'm so in. And so my parents were taken, but for some reason I thought it was this year. So I was like, my family was going on a vacation. I was like, I'm only doing one vacation this year because I'm doing like debt consolidation and paying everything off. So I'm only doing one, and I choose whitewater rafting. Well, then they switched theirs up from a beach house to Aruba. And then I was like, crap, I want to go. But I had already told Rob's family that we were going there. And they switched theirs up from whitewater raft in Colorado to beach house in South Carolina. Let's see. We were supposed to have rain and snow. Snow! Where do you live, Crystal? No. No snow. I'm done with snow. Snow is done. So yeah, so I went from not wanting to do a beach house to doing a beach house. But that's fine. I'm not going to complain. That really wasn't me complaining. It kind of was, wasn't it, though? All right. So I want to put like this guy right here. I think we'll put this guy because now I'm like just not doing anything that the sketch says. And I kind of want to run that off. I don't know. Do I like that? Let's see. I don't know if I like two. Let's see. I like that guy better. I think we're only going to do one. You live in Arizona? What? I didn't know it snowed in Arizona. I'm such a Midwesterner. It snows in other places? No. It can't. This is where I'm going to rip the doily. I have to do it off to the side because I'm pretty sure it's still wet. Just in case you wanted to know. And I usually always end up ripping the doily at this portion of my life. And I've got green all over my hands already. It's going to be that kind of day, I can tell. All right. Snow and allergies in Arizona. Nope. That's what Fawn says. Nope. I mean, we just had like stupid amounts. We didn't. Okay, that's a lie. We didn't have snow. We had ice, is what we had. But that's pretty much par for the course here in the Midwest. Last week, there was like 4 inches of snow. That's an exaggeration. And Wednesday, it was 80 degrees. Yeah. Like that's just, it doesn't pay to be a weatherman in the Midwest because anybody can make those predictions. I live in the oh, you live up north. Okay. Hey, man, I thought Arizona was all cactus and desert. That's how they promote it, Crystal. Because, like, when MK says she's getting snow, I'm like, don't you live in California? What the heck, man? Like, how is that even possible? Uh-oh. I put that over too far. I am never going to... Oh, hold on. Pray. Okay. There we go. So, yeah. Okay, there you go. What's next? We got the doily. Check. I got to get the acrylic pieces on. Check. Got the black cardstock. I need 2 more buttons, chipboard, stamps. I feel like we could do some stamps. Let me see. What do we have in our big box of fun? Let's do that one. I have never used this stamp set, so the Texas Hill Country is beautiful. She lives in Nevada. I knew that. Why did I think California? Well, then that makes sense. But still, Nevada shouldn't. There's just certain places that, in my mind, although in my mind things are crazy anyway, right? I need my stamping block. See, you should never move stuff around because then you can't find it. Oh, found it. But still, see, Nevada, I still think a desert, too. Because, you know, Las Vegas. Oh, I was like, in? What's in? Thank you, Fawn. Oh, all right. What color are we going to use? I think we need to bring in some of that teal. I got scissors everywhere. I lost. Let's see, that dark teal. Let's do evergreen burl. Why not? The outside looks like it's close. Thanks, Crystal. You're close, but not really. All right, we're going to do some stamps. Just because, I don't know. Because Jackie said I had to. So we'll just, whoa. This is all going to go wrong. And you know what? I picked a star without even really thinking I had stars. So if you guys thought that was on purpose, trust in the fact that it was not. Oh, this whole thing right here, I'm just like breaking my whole life. Well, we'll just pull that up. That's fine. This is how most of my crafting life goes, so just in case you guys think I've got my stuff together. No. Absolutely not. Okay. Now I gotta get this back on there. Oh, goodness. Who gave me permission to do anything, right? Back together. You'll never know. I think I need to add a few more stars, though. Like, that's like a little bit. But we have other sizes. This is the Bro & Co. And it came like from a Peachy Cheap. And I used all the Bro & Co. up. And I never did pull out. I mean, I had the stamp, but with what I was doing there, but I never did pull it out. So now I am. Successfully used it a few times, right? Crystal, I have a question because you have your cool little she shed. Like, do you have a fenced-in backyard? Like, where's your she shed located? If you're still on. Because I'm always like, I want a she shed. But then I'm like, would I really want to be out there by myself? I mean, do I really want my family right next to me? Not really. But I don't know. I don't know. I get weirded out by things like that, though. Because I have a really nice big garage with like heat and stuff. But it's like all the way across the yard. And I just, at night, I'm not going to be out there. Early in the morning, I'm not going to go out there. Because I'm what we call a chicken. All right, stamps. Check. Buttons or chipboard. I don't think I want to do buttons. So now I got to find chipboard. Like, that's going to be a challenge. Like, I have to find it. Like, it's going to take me eons to find some chipboard, right? It might, actually, now that I'm making jokes about it. God's going to smite me down. That's not chipboard. I was like, that'll work. It's not chipboard. Oh, hello, little van guy. Let's use this one chipboard piece. Sun-kissed. Done. Chipboard's done. The colors don't go, even though this is sun-kissed too. Just different company. All right, chipboard check. And we're going to stick that right in that vicinity. Let's see, let's use up these things. I just got them and I'm so in love with them. Okay, let's put that guy there. Let's put that guy there. Come on. Come on, little feller. I don't know if I'm going to use the moon this time around. Just kind of scattering them around a bit. Let's put this guy here. And then I have the moon and 3 stars, although that's not a lie because I bought 2 sets of each of these. It's on the side of the garage, not in the backyard. It works because we have a small house, but we are building a bigger one, and I will be happy to be back. Okay, see, that's kind of what I thought. I didn't know if you like to be out there, because our plan is to build in the next 5 years too, hence all like my crazy debt consolidation situation that I keep like pushing and pushing. And my husband now calls me Budgeting Becky. He's got a lot of names for me. Crafty Becky, but Budgeting Becky. He says no one likes Budgeting Becky. Because I'm like, do we really need that though? Did you really need that food? You didn't need to eat today, did you? Like, no, not that bad, but yeah, the next, 4 years now, because I own this house, obviously, but I guess that's not obvious, but it's on property. I mean, not a lot, but it's a lot to be in the middle of town to own. I basically own a fourth of a block. So it's enough to build another house right next door. The only bad thing is I have to cut down like the oldest tree in town to do so. It's a walnut tree, and everybody loves the walnut tree, but I'm okay with cutting it down. Like, I really thought my mom would be more upset because this is the house my mom grew up in, It was my grandparents' house. But she was like, cut it down, build a house. I was like, all right, cool. And I told my father-in-law that he can be project manager. Budgeting Deb likes budgeting Becky. Budgeting Becky is going crazy. I've actually just made some moves today. So my next budgeting video, it's going to look a little like I took a turn for the worse. But I've been really good, you guys. And I've got almost over in the first 2 months, and just this past week, I've got over $3,000 worth of my debt paid off. And that was just mine. Well, my husband has some as well, obviously. So I've combined everything, and this week I went to the bank and I took out like a debt consolidation, one personal loan through the bank. So, cheaper APRs, and it made more sense because the weekly payments or the monthly payments are less than what we've been paying a month on all the separate ones. So I combined everything. So it jumped up to about a lot of money, $25,000, but it'll be paid off, the loans for 3 years. But it'll be paid off. Like, I'm going to have it paid off in 2. And then we won't have any unsecured debt, and we're not using any of them. We're not using the credit cards and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm trying to use as much as my supplies so when we move, my husband doesn't think oh, yeah, you're going to have to. Definitely, Crystal. Every once in a while, mine comes in here and just looks around like, you have too much stuff. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? He's like, maybe you should get rid of some of it. And I'm like, leave. And he just looks at me. I'm like, yes, I'm getting rid of you. You're the one that has to go. He doesn't also find that as funny as me. I don't know. Man has no sense of humor. Which is not true. If you guys have seen Rob on some of the videos, Rob's a funny little man. Yes. He keeps us just cracking. Although last night he was trying to make jokes, and me and his dad were like, those are not funny. He kept trying to talk like Albert Einstein because his dad was sleeping on the couch when we got there. I'm like, you don't have to get up for us. And his hair was all crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, if you had a mustache, you'd be Albert Einstein. And then he like really messed the hair up for me. And his mom was just like, stop it, Becky. I'm like, this is fun. Don't do things that I tell you to do because it will never be fun. Like working out in the plant, somebody asked me just yesterday. And I work at a chemical facility, and we have several different departments. So I am the production control planning manager, whatever you want to call me. I don't really know. I'm the production planner for compounding and cell. And the other departments, blending and resin, I have 2, and the other ones have 1. Well, we're over on like the annex side of the plant. That's what I call it. They've annexed me to the cell. And one of the sales guys called. He was like, what are you doing out there? Just kind of being things. I'm like, we're playing war games right now. On Monday morning, compounding is taking over. Compounding is invading blending, and we are taking over. And they were like, oh my God. I'm like, what do you think I'm doing out here? I'm working. But yeah. I'm like, the reason we're taking over blending, though, is because we're going to do it on second shift because they only have 1 guy, and I think my 15 guys can take him out easily. Now, resin's going to be a little tougher. That's going to have to be a strategic attack. I've been watching too much of the news with the war, you guys, just in case you wanted to know. That would be why. All of a sudden, I'm planning on taking over the departments. Okay, but it's really dirty out there, and I've complained about it. My hubby knows better than to question my scrapbooking. Yeah, scrapbooking more is definitely the way to go, Crystal. I agree. Husband was in here when you were talking about it and didn't say a word. I've been complaining all for 2 weeks. I'm like, it is dirty. I feel gross out here. And so I came in yesterday and one of the guys was like, hey, I mopped in there for you. I cleaned up. And I was like, thanks. And then I went in there and I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. Everybody was like, what are you laughing about? I'm like, guy mopped. I don't want to hurt his feelings. And they're like, what did he mop? I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he may have used the toilet water. Like, I don't know, but it's not any cleaner in here. It's bad. But I mean, it's a chemical facility, right? So it's not going to be like clean. It's just kind of gross. And it's my God-given right to complain. I'm just saying. I don't feel like they feel that much. One of the other managers came over and was like, you guys getting hazard pay for working with her? And I'm like, they should. He just laughed and walked away. I'm like, next week I'm in maintenance. He was like, no, you're not. No. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm coming to hang out with you. He was like, I'm taking off. I'm like, okay, have fun. I mean, secretly, I do think they hate me. So it's totally fine. I don't really think so, though. But they're like the little boys are like my little protectors. Like if somebody comes out there that shouldn't, whoa, sequin is falling from the sky. If somebody comes out that shouldn't be in that area just to like chit chat or, you know, be creepy and stare at the girl, and I'm not saying I'm pretty by any means, but it's kind of creepy. They come over, like they all like run, and I'm like, you guys are freaking funny. First of all, I'm pretty sure I could whoop all you in a fair fight, but second of all, I'm good. I just act like my boss is calling me. He calls me a lot. When I told him that, I was like, hey, by the way, you call me a lot. He was like, no, I don't. I'm like, get with the times, my friend. He was like, seriously? I'm like, yeah. It's like, that's how I get him out of my office. Nobody likes you. He was like, whatever, I don't care. I'm like, okay. Let's go. Olean? No, that's the other plant. Olin. Oh, no. We actually have a plant that we own in Olean. It's our sister. We bought a plant in Olean that makes the launch pads for the missiles. No, it's called Atlantis. And we are owned by Altana, which is a German company. And we have 4 sister companies. So there's Elantis, Bic, Eckhart, and Atega. And they all do different things. We make primary and secondary wire coating enamel insulation, best way to put it. So anything in your house that has a cord and wires, we make the, well, not solely, but we're like, 90% of the market share globally. We make the coating. So when you take, I'm trying to find why can't I find a cord? So when you take a cord and you strip the rubber part off and you see the exposed wires, they're not bare wires. They have a coating on it for insulation purposes, and we make that. We also make the resin. So we have chemical reactors that we make. We put chemicals together and make massive reactions at about 180,000 pounds at a pop. It's fun. It stinks very bad, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I do. And I have to like tell them, yeah. But Olean, Olean. See, I say Olean. I know you're saying Olin. Yeah, they make, I don't know what Olin makes, actually. All right, so I've got sequins on there, so I've done that. Now we just need to see if there's any other embellishments, and I'm done. Oh, I want to put love you because I love him. Because he's my son. And God says I have to love him, right? I do feel bad because he was trying to be good and come take my trash, and I'm like, I'm trying to like wave him away. And then he was like, I'm like, okay, what, Sam? He's like, I was trying to get your trash. And I was like, oh, is that because you forgot yesterday? Although he's been really, really, my son is 20, but he's special. Not like, I don't know. He's just different. He's socially awkward. He had ADHD really, really bad, and he's socially awkward. So, like, he's my best friend, and I'm his best friend, and that's how I will have it for the rest of my life. And I don't care what anybody says when he meets a girl. It's not happening. So, anyway, his dad, my ex-husband's mom, passed away this week. No apologies, no, nothing needed. She was evil and not, you know what? Never mind. But ever since he had to, like, because he's never had anybody close to him die, so that, like, to see his dad that upset over his, because he didn't quite get it at first. Like, why am I, like, he just randomly walked past me and was like, Dad's mom died. He just texted me. I'm like, is he okay? He's like, why? I'm like, because his mom died. And he was like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, are you going to call your dad? He's like, why? I'm like, because his mom died. And then he was cute, and he called his dad, and I was telling him what to say, and I looked at him, and you could tell his dad was really upset, and he was crying, and I whispered to Sam, should I come down? Like, for Sam to say, should I come down? And my loving son goes, should my mom come down? And his dad, we do not get along. Like, it's bad. And his dad was like, no. And Sam's like, oh, I'm sorry. My husband had to leave the room. He was laughing. He was like, Sam. He's like, come on. And he was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, that's not matter. But your dad totally just realizes that I was standing there telling you what to say. And I'm like, so, but he went and spent the day. But to see his dad so upset, which he should be, it was his mom. He's been walking around just like, he'll come and give me a hug, and he'll give me a kiss on the cheek, and he's been like just really, really helpful in trying to do things. I'm like, oh, that's cute, but now I feel like you think I'm gonna die. I don't really know how to take that. Yes, and she's not my mother-in-law anymore, though. Thank God. I love my mother-in-law. Like, I did not know what I was missing until I married my husband, and his mother is the best. Like, his mom and dad are like smart asses. I shouldn't have said a cuss word. Smart butts, like me, so it works. And like, I told her one day, she was talking to me, and I'm like, oh my God, thank you. You're my favorite mother-in-law. And she was like, thank you. Hey, I'm your only mother-in-law. I'm like, not true, sister. You're the second one. And trust me, the bar was not set high. So, yeah. But yeah, I just don't get it. My goal in life is to not be the evil mother-in-law. But yeah, she is spectacular, and I love her. I call them my new mommy and my new daddy. They just accept it. They're like, whatever. Like, I ran in the house last night when we took them food. They're like trying to get up. I'm like, I gotta pee. They're like, his dad's like, okay, babe, have fun. But I ran in his dad's bathroom. It's like I've been their daughter my whole life, apparently. Oh, let's see. I know what I'm missing because my mother-in-law is an awesome mother-in-law. Yes. I did not know that was like such a thing. And then I met my new mother-in-law, my new mommy, my new daddy, and they're spectacular. I don't think he needs any more. Do you guys? I mean, I really wanted to use some of this stuff, but I'm thinking we might just junk it up if we keep adding stuff, don't you think? And I can just keep this. I'm just going to put this with my How to Kill a Kit and finish out my vacation, because that's all I have left. That's it. I think it looks spectacular, but it's my creation, so obviously I should. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't even know. Oh, I've been over an hour. Good God, Becky, shut up. Right? I do thank you guys for all hanging out and, having a little conversation. And anybody that catches this on replay, thank you so much. Do not forget to check out everyone who did day 5 of Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. This is the sketch, and I think I nailed it this time, other than this, doily thing and no flowers, but I kind of, I will have all of them linked down below as soon as I get off the live. And then this is also for paper crafting YouTubers. Monthly hop all about sequins. So I've got sequins on there. So I'll have all of them linked down below. And the code to pick up the sequins from Rachel's shop. And it's also Stash Smash Saturday with JQ Crafty, my good friend Jackie. So I will have her linked. Her layout is not going live until 2 p.m. today because she combined everything with the Confessions of a Paper Addict third birthday hop. So I will have another layout later today as well. So that is going to do it. I really, 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 really thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was fun, Kathy. I like actually to do lives because I can talk to you guys and just be silly and I don't have to worry about it. So thank you all for hanging out with me. And maybe we'll try to get one of these in once a week. I'm not going to commit to that because my life is so crazy right now. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys. Don't forget to check everyone else out. Bye.